Now, by the end of the year, commuters who travel on the MRT before the morning peak period can look forward to paying lower fares. Other public transport fares, however, will remain unchanged. This comes as part of the Public Transport Council's fare review exercise for this year.
Come December 29, the Public Transport Council has announced that fares will be cut by up to 50 cents if you tap into any MRT station before 7:45 a.m. So let's say you're an adult traveling from Beauty World to Tan Kah Kee MRT station. While you would previously pay 87 cents for your journey, this would be cut to 37 cents when the changes kick in. The same discount also applies for seniors and students. Commuters we spoke to were mixed about the move.
Usually I have to travel to school at around 8 a.m. So if I have to just make an extra effort to actually go to the MRT earlier, I think that it's okay. Yeah, so by doing so, I also can save 50 cents. So why not, right?
If they start on a later shift, then it makes no sense for them to come earlier. So, no.
The Public Transport Council says it will monitor travel patterns and make adjustments to the scheme from time to time. In the meantime, the existing free pre-peak travel and off-peak pass trials will come to an end on December 28th. Since 2013, the free pre-peak travel scheme has granted commuters free rides if they exit 18 city area stations before 7:45 a.m. About 65,000 commuters have benefited, resulting in a 7% shift of rail trips out of the morning peak. Less successful, the off-peak pass trial, which began in 2015, saw under 200 users making the shift. Nonetheless, the council says discounted fares have incentivized travel outside peak hours. And with the changes, about 300,000 commuters who already travel during the morning pre-peak period are expected to benefit from the new discounts. It's also hoped that another 300,000 will make the shift.
Commuters who are traveling on the free peak know that this is a trial. We expected the figures to be slightly higher. So we thought that it would be more equitable to afford and give the benefit to a wider commuter base at the same time. When you travel free peak, somebody is paying for your fare. The persons who are paying for your fare, all the other commuters, you and I, are paying for the fare. So it's more equitable now to spread it out to all the other commuters.
Based on the fare formula, fares could have been lowered by up to 5.4% this year. But with the move, this works out to a 2.2% discount in fares for travel before the morning peak. The council says the remaining 3.2% will be rolled over to the next fare review. The council added that part of the reason was the rising cost of public transport operators and the increased spending by the government.
And so far as the council is concerned, we have to evaluate whether or not, despite the cost, would this be translated into fares automatically, or do you have to moderate this with the affordability that commuters can pay? So we have to strike that particular balance. So we thought that 3.2 would be something that we can be looking at in order to be able to moderate any challenges in the cost structure in the industry.
Overall, the discounts will translate to a $40.1 million loss in fare revenue, with the burden shared by operators SMRT, SPS Transit and the government, based on mode share. Mr. Magnus said operators had called for there not to be a fare reduction when making their submissions for this year's review. He also noted that the council will announce a new fare formula in the first quarter of next year.
Well, the lower fares for pre-peak travel on the MRT may impact net revenue for rail operators, but analysts says this will not cause service standards to drop.
While the rail operators will have some savings because they're no longer offering completely free travel, they will be offering the 50-cent discount to a much larger base of commuters. So I expect that on net there will be some negative impact to revenue, but I don't think that necessarily implies that Singaporeans are going to have a substandard transport system. I think at the end of the day, the government does recognize that having a reliable transport system is their responsibility as well as the rail operator's responsibility.
Dr. Thesera also said with the pre-peak discount, commuters may change their travel habits and opt to take the earlier trains, and this could help reduce congestion during peak hours.
Why I think it's better is that it's a lot easier now for commuters to adjust their behavior to take advantage of the program. In the current system, you have to exit the CBD before 7:45 a.m. For many commuters, that means you have to wake up half an hour, 1 hour earlier. That's very difficult to do. But in the new system, you just have to enter before 7:45 a.m. Now, for a lot of commuters who intend to end up at work at around 8:30 or so, that may mean only waking up 10 to 15 minutes earlier.